We are live. It is Saturday. We had a good week with the weather, but today is -3. So I'm just going to be indoors because I don't like the cold. You know what that means? It means we have another fantastic show. Awesome. Hey, Queerish Dever, Louisa and Tudu. Tudu. Yeah, because we're all posh like that. So, Louisa, if you can send me a request to join, because I don't know if I'll be able to send you a request. Oh, I can. Yeah, so it's another Saturday. Okay. Louisa, you're sideways, so you need to
Oh,
flip.
I'm sideways. Let's see.
There
Okay.
you go. There you go.
Is this better?
This is better.
Hello.
Yeah, I was just talking about the cold here, and I'm looking outside, and I'm like, where is summer? But I'm happy it's Saturday. It's another weekend. It's still on lockdown, but it's okay. We can find things to do, I think, sometime. Okay, cool. It's 11:57. Like, I usually like to wait till like 12 to get started, just so that people don't miss out the first few minutes. We have quite a lot of people joining.
Yes.
Hola. Okay.
Let me see. Okay, so that's my sister.
I guess as much. I was like, okay, that's from your Hade, yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, hi everyone. Tell us where you are joining us from today. I'm always I just assume that everybody's where I am. So tell us where you're joining from today. And if you can, how the weather is. Make me jealous, because here it's cold. It's cold. Milton, Ontario. That's some village somewhere.
Milton is actually nice, according to one of my
Oh,
friends.
please.
According to one of my friends, that's Nadiri abroad.
Enugu, Nigeria. There you go.
Oh, that's Anita. Then that's Vaughn.
Ontario. Cool. Tutu, we like Milton. But Milton is colder. Like, it's so weird how, certain suburbs around the GTA are way colder than it is here in Toronto.
Yeah.
So Milton is colder, even if I don't ask you to. And Vaughan is colder too. I'm sure Vaughan is colder.
I guess it's the population.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Toronto is like Lagos. Densely populated.
Can we no.
Maybe that's why the weather is like that.
No, Toronto is not like Lagos. You didn't even say Toronto is like New York. I love Lagos.
Like Lagos.
I love my Lagos, but man, what? Rough Toronto. Okay, whatever. All you haters.
Okay.
All you Toronto haters, get thee behind me. We love Toronto, the 6, where it's happening, Okay, anyway. So I think we're just going to get started because I'm cognizant of some phone issues. Such is life. First world issues.
Such is life. Such is life. Such is life.
So,
I don't know why it's happening today, but yeah, such is life.
Let's try and get as much as we can.
Adeze, Alice, Bernard, I see you guys. I tip my hat to you all.
Okay, awesome. So welcome everyone to I Rise Conversations with Joe. So again, this is just a weekly chat, open conversation, no scripts, talking about life issues in general. Sometimes it's not issues, sometimes it's just wins. It's some things that people have been able to overcome or accomplish, and they may be able to share those stories, and you can be inspired by their stories. Most of the topics are based off of my book. So if you haven't bought my book, you're going to see it every week. There you go. You're going to see it every week until you get it. I Rise 10 Secrets to Getting Up When Life Knocks You Down. Available on Amazon and also in bookstores in Nigeria. So today my guest is one of my dear friends, Louisa. She's a multi-published author. I'm a single published author, but she's got multiple books out there, mostly fictional books, and she writes a lot of exciting things. If you haven't read her book, Authentic Mama, you need to go buy that book because it's a really, really good one. So she's known as the storyteller because she just has this real gift and talent in writing stories. So Louisa writes a lot of stories about people and other things happening in life, and today we want to flip that spotlight, put it on her. And she's going to talk to us today about, life in general, a bit about her journey and about standing tall you know, so every one of us, we usually have something that really stands out about us. And, you know, for Louisa and myself, it's our height. We're pretty tall for ladies. For all those who are thinking happy, so anything over 5'10" for a lady is tall. I'm 5'11", and if I'm not mistaken, Louisa, you're probably 5'11" as well.
5'11" too. Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, everyone has something that makes them stand out, and sometimes it's perceived as positive, sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's external, sometimes it's internal. So we'll be talking a bit about, you know, those kind of things that have made Louisa and myself really stand out and stand tall, and how we've been able to survive in this treacherous, wicked world, you know, where people are judged for everything. So now I'm going to turn it over to Louisa. So please briefly introduce yourself to us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Olunosten Louisa Ivaze, popularly known as Louisa. Well, it's, yeah. So I'm a diversity and inclusion strategist. I like to write. I'm a writer too. And I am a book club founder. I love everything books. My writing style is the apropos writing style. And yes,
some people may not know what apropos means though. So
yeah, so I'll break it down to you. Yeah, so I'll break it down. Yeah, so apropos writing style basically is the writing style of the lower crust. You know, when you tell the story of the lower crust in the society, those are the people we sometimes unintentionally ignore. So yes, so I write that way. So in my writing, there's a lot of pidgin, there's a lot of slangs. And of recent, I decided to conquer my biggest fear, which is trying my hand at writing children's books. So that's me. And I'm 5'11". And I'm yes, I'm an Ishan girl. Yes, I'm an Ishan girl.
Simply yes. Ishan and proud. Oh wow,
yes.
So that's awesome. Yes. So just, you know, you mentioned that you've written books and you're writing children's books for the first time now. Mm-hmm. How did your journey get started with writing books? Like, have you just always known you were a writer, or did you just wake up one day and be like, that's something I want to try? What's your journey?
Well, I grew up. I come from a big family, and I have many sisters. So when you come from that kind of family, I mean, there's always gist, there's always gossip, and all of that. So in primary school, I used to write comics. I would write comics, and then I'll give to my friends to read. And then when I got to secondary school, I started writing stories, because at that time it was teen romance that was in vogue. So I used to write stories then, and then I would take it to school. And then I had these close friends of mine. I had Abu Mere Adedeji, Ejiro Agbadudu. So these girls, you know, they would always ask me, "Oh, Odus, do you have any books for us to read?" You know, so I would give them, yes, my handwritten work, and they would read. Wow. And then, yeah, so that was how I started. And we had Pace Setters, this Pace Setter series, yes, which for me was, you know, my window to, you know, when I found Pace Setters, my goal and my dream then was to write for them. Unfortunately, by the time I finished high school, their books had gone out of print and they had stopped printing. So yes, so basically, yeah, I like to write, I like to tell stories, I like to document things. So yeah, that's how I started.
Like the way you just said you like to document things, I'm like, I'm sure I'm going to feature in one of Louisa's books in the very near future. Be careful what you say around you.
Just annoy me. Just annoy me. I will write about you.
So be careful. When she's asking you questions, I'm like, hey, you know what's going on with you? Be careful, because you might just show up in her next book. Wow, that's super amazing. So just flipping back to where we started from, you know, about just being tall. There's a lot of misconceptions about tall people, and it kind of hit me quite shockingly maybe about 13 years ago. I'd gone with my friend, I went to my friend's house, and I was meeting her mom for the first time. And the mom was like, "Oh, hello, how are you?" I said, "I'm fine, you know." She was like, "You're really tall." And, you know, I always thought it was a good thing, because my mom always said, "You gotta be proud and tall." So I was like, "Oh, thank you, Matt." She's like, "No, but that it's not very feminine. It's not very ladylike. Like, just being tall, towering over everybody, you know, it just looks clumsy. You know, your clothes won't fit." She says, "I'm really sorry that you're going to have to deal with this for the rest of your life. If I had my choice, I would pick femininity over tallness." And honestly, that hit me for years. Like, for a long time, I'd be like, I should really be ashamed of being tall. Like, why can't I just be like regular people? Why can't I just be like 5'6" and 5'7" and fit into clothes where my arms don't stick out and stuff? Mm-hmm. And it really affected me, and it held me back, you know. So I want to hear from you. Do you have any of those similar stories? Are there just assumptions and judgments that people make because we're tall?
Well, to start with, as I'm looking at the people who have joined, I have a couple of tall people here. So my sister Ohade is tall. Esther Obiora here is also tall. Yes. So Well, the thing is this, the only issue I think I ever had with being tall was people used to think I was older. I remember in primary 6, my teacher wrote, when he got on my report card, he wrote 13 instead of 11. And my mom saw it and my mom was so upset. Yes. And also, you know, I remember during the, you know, like my secondary school period, I didn't like the fact that I was taller than most of the boys. But you see, when you come in, but the luck I had was I came into my own, you know, myself very, very early. I knew who I was and I knew what I wanted. So for me then, I remember I used to wear wedges. You know, I would wear wedges, and with wedges, you know, I mean, without shoes, I'm 5'11". Then, you know, as your wedges start to go, you know, get higher and higher. Yeah, so 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". And, you know, for me, this is who I am. And I call all of this, you know, and for me, you know, I'm not just tall, you know, I am tall and I'm thick. So I have all this sweetness. So for me, you know, I say, this is me. Oh, yes, this is me. You know, yes. See, you take it or you leave it, you know. I mean, this is what you get. But, you know, the misconception is usually, you know, when people see you and you are tall and you're outspoken, they are usually intimidated. So they always feel, oh, I can't control this one. Why would you want to control me? You get it? Why wouldn't you just want to have a simple conversation with me? You know, yeah. So a lot of people find it intimidating. And you know what? I am sorry. I can't help it. You know, I can't help you with what you feel. I can't, and I'm not apologetic. So yeah. So this is me, and this is all the sweetness, and I've embraced it. So yeah.
I love it.
Oh yes.
All the
oh yes.
There's more of me for you to have to handle if you can. Wow. Yeah, but that's really amazing. And you know, I'm sure it took a lot. I don't know about you. Maybe it took a while, you know, to really come to yourself and really be like, this is me. I don't care what the rest of the world thinks. But for some people, it's not so easy. You know, I'm saying our height, yeah, because it's what really stands out. But there are people who have other battles that they're physically dealing with, you know, where, you know, now they become shy or withdrawn, or they don't want to leave the house because they're, you know, skeptical about what people are going to say about them. I know that personally, even within work, like, you know, when I go for job interviews, my height alone is like, where do we want to start with this one? People just naturally want me to take charge. You know, they want me to, like, even in relationships, they're not calling tall people baby. They're not like, oh, come, let me baby, let me.
Mama. Yeah, they're calling you mama. Mama, it's my.
You hold me. So it's all of these challenges. You know, we also want to feel like, you know, we're soft and we're sweet, and but people just see this and they expect you to just be this, you know, confident, courageous person who has their stuff together. And I think sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming for me anyway, because sometimes I really just want to be that shorter person in the room who can just hide, nobody sees me, I'm okay. But I'm not that lucky. So I just do what my mama said. My mama said, you're already tall? Put some bills on. You step in, hold your head high. You know, you can't deal with it. Tough. But it took a while. It took a while. It took a while.
You are not, I mean, the thing is, you can't be for everyone. You know, precious things can't be accessible to everybody. So so you are not for everyone. And for me, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's just okay.
Oh wow, that's awesome. It can't be exact, and I think that is so real. You know, you can't be for everyone. You will never be everyone's cup of tea. And there's certain things about yourself that you may never be able to change. Okay, I don't know. I think we have lost Louisa. Hang on, I'm just gonna send her a message. Okay, I hope the rest of you can still see and hear me. Hopefully it's not my first world internet issues. Let me see who's there. Carrie, can you hear me? Can you hear and see me? Because I think we've lost Louisa. Okay, so I think she was having some phone battery issues. Her phone was refusing to charge, so we weren't sure how long she was going to last on the show, and I don't think we're going to be able to get her back on. But yeah, so unfortunately I'm going to have to cut today's show like really short, but I hope everyone really gets the message. You know, we're all created uniquely, and there's certain things about ourselves that we may not love, but the goal is really to accept who you are. You know, come into that point where you're like, this is me, and that's it. You know, the things you can change, yeah, go ahead and change if you want, but don't change it for anybody or because you want people to like you or people to accept you. Do you. just accept who you are and love yourself. The moment you love who you are and you show up as that person, guess what? The world will accept you. People are thinking, oh, you know, I have to do that to change. No, no, no. The world is just trying to control you because they see that you don't know who you are. The moment you know who you are, you accept who you are, you love yourself for who you are, the rest of the world will see that inner beauty and also love you. So I'm really going to cut today's show short, unfortunately. Maybe in the near future, we can bring Louisa back into the show to come and talk more about her book writing and some of the things that she has planned for the rest of this year and for next year. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't bought my book, go buy my book. And keep your head up. You know, if you're tall, stand tall. Don't feel like you need to crouch over or try to change or not be who you want to be. Stay true to who you are, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.